I have ashes on me. I did have to, get prepared.
Perfect.
Gwan, Goodie. It is your girl City Static, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and join the Goodie gang. And also welcome to the second episode of Stone Studies. This is a new series on my channel where I'll be focusing on cannabis, but more in a political and scientific light. There's so much information that the people need to know about this plant, and I got you. So keep watching. If you didn't get to check out the first episode of Stone Studies, make sure you do. It's linked above and down below. I talked about the endocannabinoid system, or ECS, which is a system in our body that allows us to feel the effects of cannabis but does not exist because of cannabis. Make sure you check that video out because a lot of the vocabulary and terms I'm going to be using today, I did use in the video before, even though I most likely will, go over the vocabulary because I love to talk. Just make sure you check out that first video and then come back here. And right before we get into this video, make sure you subscribe. It is free 99 and nothing but good vibes. And plus, you want to keep seeing cannabis content, right? You're in the right place. And more cannabis education content will be on the way. So make sure you subscribe and hit that bell notification so you're notified. You're the first to view. Ooh. You could definitely tell I had a good wake and bake sesh today. Now let's hop in my time machine. Don't worry, I just cleaned it, just got a service. We good. And we're gonna go to the year in 1964 to the Hebrew University of Jerusalem with Raphael Mechoulam and his team. So hold on, let's go. Ready? Raphael was always intrigued with plant-derived psychoactives, like how they was able to obtain morphine from opium. Yeah, that's crazy, right? So with that in mind, Raphael was like, we got to figure out the chemistry of this beautiful plant. I don't know how they did it, but they were looking at the plant and they noticed these substances. These substances, or compounds I should say, are now known as cannabinoids, which are compounds found in a cannabis plant that have their own benefits and their own effects. So as they was doing this research, Raphael and his team noticed that there was one compound that was a little bit more psychoactive than the rest. So Raphael and his team isolated this compound and they end up naming it tetrahydrocannabinol. Woo! I said that in one shot. Woo! Because me, I'd be like, tetrahydrocannabinol, or THC for short. THC also has other names like Delta 9 and Delta 9 THC. And if you watch the first episode of Stone Studies, you know that they use THC in the research and finding out that we have this endocannabinoid system. These discoveries go hand in hand. So make sure you keep up with the series because it's basically gonna be a timeline and you gotta stay with it. Even though I'm gonna remind you, I'll be nice. So now they have this THC, great, but what exactly does THC do? They found out that this is the top, like out of, if there was a list of 5 or even 3, this will be the top one reason why people enjoy ingesting cannabis, because it gives a psychoactive property. Delta 9 also signals dopamine to be released at unnatural rates. We naturally release dopamine, but only when we need it. When we buns on our, our good stuff, and also stimulates the reward system in our brains. So through more research, it's found that THC has anti-inflammatory properties. It helps relieve nausea, vomiting, and appetite, and helps with insomnia. I can definitely say that yes, it helps with nausea. I sometimes get nauseous if I take too long to eat, or if I eat too much. It's no winning. And when I ingest cannabis, that feeling of nausea goes away. I also remember I had a 24-hour stomach bug, and I was so sick. I wasn't even thinking about smoking. I just wanted to feel better. And I went to the hospital. They gave me this anti-nausea pill. It just ended up making me throw up. I had to act like I didn't throw up. That day was like, I almost felt trapped in there. But you could walk out the hospital anytime you want, right? Exactly. I felt trapped. Anyway, I hit like 2 hits of my pre-roll and I was good. I just wish I did that in the beginning. It would have saved me from... Anyway, let's go back to the benefits of THC. So in the US, 39 states and DC have legalized medical cannabis. So people who suffer from particular medical issues can receive medical cannabis instead of pharmaceuticals. Medical cannabis may help treat HIV/AIDS in the specificity of helping specificity. Is that a real word? Specifically gaining appetite and nausea. Some HIV medicines can induce some type of nausea, and THC helps with that. Seizures and epilepsy, glaucoma, severe chronic pain, severe nausea, extreme weight loss and weakness, severe muscle spasms, multiple sclerosis, PTSD, insomnia, and more. Now I'm talking about all the happy, wonderful, joyous things about cannabis. Unfortunately, there is a downside. Not everyone can feel the positives of cannabis. So experiences with cannabis can differ from person to person. THC does affect everyone differently. Not everyone's endocannabinoid system is built the same, as we all humans are not built the same. Negative cannabis symptoms include paranoia, anxiety, visual impairment, hallucinations. Studies link cannabis usage before the age of 25 to lower IQs. If you don't know, the science behind our brains is that once we hit 25, our brains are mature. I know people who've been smoking weed all their life and are geniuses. I know surgeons who've been smoking weed for ages, but hey, that's what the science says. Cannabis can also have a negative effect on mental health. Studies link cannabis usage to depression, anxiety, and possibly psychotic episodes. Although studies link cannabis usage with mental health, there's no exact confirmation that cannabis can lead to these mental health issues. I need to talk about how important Raphael Mechoulam is. Without Raphael Mechoulam's, I should just say Raphael, right? Without Raphael's contributions to cannabis science, we wouldn't know cannabis as we know it today, and that's why he has the title of Father of Cannabis Research. So anytime talking about cannabis research, make sure you include Raphael and make sure you put some respect on his name. If you're a recreational user or a medicinal user, this is what you love. The THC, Delta 9, Delta 9, THC. I definitely had some Delta 9 THC before I got on this camera. So guys, thank you so much for watching the second episode of Stone Studies. I hope you learned a few things. The research that I was doing, it seemed like it was pretty like clean and cut to what Delta 9 is, but there are so many studies on Delta 9's effect on various things. Like, I'm telling you, if I wish I could sit here and just read out everything that I find, but it's like that's why I urge and I push for self-education. I'm pushing myself right now to like do this research, and I'm pushing you to continue on your research after watching this video. So thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe, and hit that bell notification so you're notified when a video is ready for you to watch. And if you watch to the end, please comment down this emoji. This lets me know that Goodie Gang is rocking out with me and they're good and wow. And here are the shout outs from the last video. If you want to shout out like them, all you have to do is comment down below, subscribe, and hit that bell notification. I will see you guys in the next episode of Stone Studies. Comment down below what you guys want me to talk about next. I got a list, but I like suggestions. So stay tuned because your gal coming back with more real soon. Peace.